everyone, today's video is going to be about being a student. So I've talked recently about my journey through getting a master's degree, and I can link that down below in case you're interested. And I'm currently a PhD student. So I am 25 years old and I've been a student my entire life, and I've got at least 4 more years of that. And then I'll probably do a postdoc, which is like 2 or 3 years, and you know, then I'll eventually have a job, or a better paying job, you know, because being a grad student you don't make that much money. But I thought it would be interesting because a lot of people talk about being, about time management and about how to be as productive as possible. And it's something that I've struggled with a lot with always being a student. But during my master's program, I kind of developed at least a way that really works for me. Now I can understand that every single person is different. What really works for me might not at all work for you. But I thought I would share that with y'all today, just in case you're interested or you're looking for a way to how to be organized and be as productive as possible. Obviously, I'm taking it from the viewpoint of a student, but you can do this with any kind of job or with like your housework or anything. So I utilize a planner. This is a Lilly Pulitzer planner. They're about $35, and it's for a year and a half. So this one started in August of 2018. It's got these great tabs. I love the tabs. So August 2018. All the way to December of 2019. It does come with stickers. I don't really do the sticker thing. I know a lot of people like to really do some like crazy planning, and they use the Erin Condren version, and that's totally fine if that's what you're into. For me, that takes a lot of time and I don't get a lot out of it, so I don't do that. And that's kind of how I view a lot of things. It's something that I've talked to with my current advisor a lot, and it's from like a old Chinese swordsman, maybe Japanese, I cannot remember his nationality, but his name is Mu Xian, and pretty much it just says, like, he has like these 30 maxims of like how you should live your life, and one that he talks about a lot, my advisor, I mean, is do nothing which is of no use. And that can be relative. Like, technically, some people would say that my YouTube channel is of no use. But for me, it is. I love doing my YouTube channel. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I don't make that much money on it, but I still really like it. So that's cool with me. You know, I feel like you can get stuff, if you enjoy it, then it's of use to you. For me, planning and doing all the stickers and stuff, that doesn't make me that happy, so I don't do it. But if you want to, by all means. But what I love about this is it's got lines. So you can see here, you get lines, and you have 8 lines a day, no matter where you are. And so what I do is I fill out my to-do list at the beginning of the week. These are all of my assignments I need to do. These are some things for school I need to do, some house things. So you can see I've got like all of my YouTube videos. I have my step goal. So I do have a Fitbit. I've done a full review of my Fitbit if you're interested. And I love it, and I change my step goal every day. Well, what I've done, and this is just what I like to do because I'm not super into fitness. I don't really work out or anything, but I have a very sedentary lifestyle being a student. I sit at my desk a lot, and I feel like that's just not good. Well, I don't feel like, I know that's not good. So every day I hit my step goal, I go up 1 day. Every work week, so Monday through Friday, if I hit my goal every single day that week, then I go up 100 steps. So like right now, I'm at like 12,910 steps is my step goal for today. So that matters to me. It's on the list. I have assignments due. On Saturdays, you might notice, I have things around the house. So I need to dust and I need to vacuum. I clean the bathrooms every other week. I have events. So like this week, I mean, this was like a few weeks ago, but we had a mac and cheese day with my entire lab. So everyone got together and made their own mac and cheese. So it's on my list. And I have 8 things to do every single day. Now, it doesn't mean I have to do all 8 of Monday items on Monday. Some things, like the step goal, if I don't do it that day, it's not going to get done. And so I write everything down. Like I said, this is my weekly thing for this week, because it's only Thursday, so it's not all highlighted, obviously. This is my thing for this week. And I work on them. So right now, today is Thursday, so I've had 3 days. So you can see that there are 24 items marked off. Now, usually I try to not leave school until I've done at least 8 things. Some days I get ahead, and I really feel good about that. Some days I don't. And, you know, it's something I've been battling with recently, and I'm trying to get better about it, is just being like, you know what? It didn't happen today. Okay, that means tomorrow I've got to work a little bit harder. I also, as you can see, I keep the 8 things on the weekends. So this weekend I've got 16 things to do. Film, step goal, I have to go to church, and some other things. And, you know, this method is, for me, the most effective one. Because I get enjoyment out of being like, hey, I'm supposed to do that. Done, highlighted off the list. When I get to have a week, which it doesn't happen, last week it did, so I'll show you, where every single item is highlighted. I call this a perfect week, and that brings me a lot of enjoyment. And maybe that's really dumb and it's like a little thing, but it does. So this is what I do. I give myself a to-do list, and like I said, some things are a little bit easier, some things are a little bit harder. Like you can see on Tuesday, I was supposed to read a chapter in my neuroscience book and I haven't gotten to it. I'm supposed to read another one. So at some point, I'm gonna have to do that. And if it's on a Sunday, like especially if John's working and I'm just sitting here and I'm finished, then I might go on to the next week. But this is the best way for me to stay organized, make sure everything gets done, and make sure that I don't feel guilty. Because if I get my 8 things done, I feel like I've done what I'm supposed to do for today. I'm done. I can go home, watch some TV with John, get my steps in, play with my dogs, enjoy my life. And that's what I feel like is hard, to find that balance, especially as a student, but with anything, is how do you get to go home and just not think about school or not think about work or just enjoy life? And for me, this is how I do it. And I find that it's really effective. I've told some of my friends about it currently. One of my friends actually bought, not as a different outside pattern, but she bought this journal just because she was like, yeah, that's great. And relatively speaking, it's not that expensive for other journals, and is really, like I said, I like the tabs, 1.5 years. I like that it's hard and it's got this little thing. I've used a Lily Pulitzer, planner for quite a while. It didn't used to have this little thing, and it made it much harder. I think I have the medium-sized one. They have one that's much larger. That's what my mom has. They have one that's a little smaller. So you don't have to use this. You can use one from Target. You can use whatever you want. I like the lines because it gives me a definite number. I've had other ones that just had like blocks, and then it just depends on how small you write, how many you can fit in. And sometimes I would kind of cheat myself. Like, I don't know, maybe everyone does that. I feel like they do. And I would write really big and be like, oh, I could only fit 6 things in today. Oh, well. So I like the lines. And it just keeps me accountable to myself. Obviously, it's not like my advisor is like, let me see your list today, Becky. Okay, you did that. Good job. No. But it's how I keep myself accountable for doing what I feel like I need to do. I worry a lot about not doing enough. So this is kind of my way of feeling like, hey, if you did your 8 things for today, you've done enough. You're good. And like I said, sometimes I get ahead of the schedule. That's good. I like to be ahead of schedule. Today I am at 0. I am not ahead of schedule at all. Sometimes if I get all 8 things done and then I come home and get my steps and upload my video, because I usually upload at night now just because I don't have time in the morning, then I'm like 2 ahead for the next day. So you don't have to do this. This might sound really dumb to you, and that's totally fine. I really believe, like I said, that every single person has a different way of making things work for them. But this really works for me. It has for many years. And I find it really beneficial and easy. The other thing is sometimes, like, I hope this doesn't happen this week, but sometimes I won't finish something. So I can easily put it on the next week. Or sometimes something will come up like, oh, I have this assignment that I didn't know about, but now it's due tomorrow. Okay, so I've got to erase something, put that there. But I want to, So it kind of also it forces me to really prioritize my time and what really matters for right now, which is something else that I struggle with. So I don't know. I really like it. I find it really beneficial. I hope that that helped you. If you don't want to do it, that's totally fine. It's your prerogative. But for me, this really, really works. So maybe it'll work for you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, or comments, go ahead and leave those down below. And I'll just see y'all real soon. Bye.